Hi, I'm Angel with Shannon Fabrics and FleeceFun.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful rag quilt. It's fun, it's fast, and it's easier than you think. For this project, you will need the following. You will need Shannon Fabrics Cuddle Cakes. In the example, I used 2 packages. Flannel. Again, in the pattern example, I used 3 yards of flannel. But depending on the size of the quilt you're planning on making, this might need to be adjusted. Thread, scissors, racking shears, rotary cutter, ruler, and mat, and walking foot. Alright, now that you have all those items, it's time to get started. If you're planning on using flannel filler, wash and dry the flannel, then cut 10-inch squares out of the flannel. In the pattern example, I used 2 10-inch squares in each block. Now, one thing I have to tell you that I love about this is that cutting cuddle fabric is messy. It just is. It has this beautiful fuzz, but it is just messy, and I love the fact that these are already cut out because it takes away so much work. So these cuddle cakes are great, and the other thing that I love about them is that they come in 2 sizes. So they come in the 10-inch and they also come in 5-inch ones, and they come in coordinating packs. So you can also get this exact color in the 5-inch size. This is just a preview of a different tutorial that's coming up. So these cuddle cakes are great. They matching cuddle charms, so you can do all kinds of projects with them, and it makes it so much faster that these are already cut out because you don't have to deal with the cuddle fabric that can slide a little bit, and it's a little more difficult and messy to cut with. So love the fact that these are already done for you. Assemble the blocks you desire. In the pattern example, I'm making a block that is cuddle on the top and cuddle on the bottom with 2 layers of flannel in between. Double check the nap of the cuddle to make sure it's going the same direction on both sides of the block. Tip: for easy and quick assembly, make the block the same color on the top and the bottom. Now, sew each individual block together with a diagonal seam across the block, forming an X. And before we sew everything together, there is one important step. You need to design your quilt. And what I mean by that is you need to lay it out and make sure that you have the pattern going the way you want. And more importantly, when you lay it out, you also make sure that you have the cuddle fabric all laying in the right direction, especially if you're backing it with the cuddle. You need to make sure that the nap is all going in the same direction. This just makes for a much more pleasing, tactile experience when you're cuddling underneath the blanket. So you're going to lay it all out, make sure that cuddle's going in the right direction. In the example, my quilt is 4 blocks by 5 blocks. Now that you have your quilt designed, sew each row of the blocks together. For the large blocks, I prefer a 3/4 inch seam allowance. Double check the nap and make sure it's all going in the same direction and sew it together. Now that you have all the blocks sewed together in rows, it's time to sew the rows together. Using the same seam allowance as you did on the blocks, sew the rows together. Be sure to fold or press the seams out for best results when sewing through the thick layers. With thick blocks, like the one in the example, a walking foot is best. Is using the same seam allowance that we were using here, is we're going to use that and sew all the way around so we can rag the edges as well. Easy, easy. Time to cut up all your hard work. Using scissors or ragging shears, snip the seam allowance about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch apart, all the way around. Wash your cuddle quilt to complete the ragging process. And you're finished. You have this beautiful quilt that took no time at all and just amazing results. And the more you wash it, the more beautiful it gets. If you like this project and tutorial, there are several others on Shannon Fabrics YouTube channel that I know you'll enjoy. Also, you can check out Shannon Fabrics blog. They have several blog posts from guest bloggers, such as myself, with different projects that you can do with their fabric. They're also on Pinterest and Instagram, so check them out there. You can also check out my YouTube channel under Fleece Fun. Have a great day. If you want to know where you can get Shannon fabric, you can get that at your local independent fabric store. And if they don't carry it, you should ask them why, because it's really good fabric. Shannon Fabrics, making the world a softer place.